Hipper here. So let's get it out of the way first. This ship, the République, it is a ship that you must have. There's simply no doubt about it. If you like this game and you play it a lot, this is an absolute must-have. And I'm as surprised as anybody, but I'll get into more details later in the video here. But first, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and of course comment. I love your comments. Keep them going. It's what keeps me going, pretty much. So I'm so happy I maxed out Azure Lane Dunkirk a few weeks ago, because that's what I'm using on this ship here. And well, let's just go through it here. But it's a fairly standard build here. As inspirations, I have Cunningham and Scharnhorst for better precision. I don't really think you need that, because this ship is really precise and accurate. Like, I know it's different things, but yeah, it just hits what you aim at, and I like that. So anyway, I run Dunkirk on the ship, and I think it's a perfect match. It's even better than on Chambord, actually. And on the ship, it's a standard battleship setup here as well. I have, you know, propulsion and concealment module, and 5 heals, and 3 secondary targeting, and 2 engine boosts. Only 2 engine boosts is a bit of a shame. So less than 20-second reload and 19 kilometers of range. And AA is really good. I've already had a few medals in it. Maneuverability is like, it's fast, but it's a battleship, so yeah, that's all there is to say to it. And you need the speed, because this ship does its best work out on the flank. So let's just have a look at the armor here. And you saw it, it's one tough cookie, I can tell you that. And look at the citadel. It's not turtleback, but it's spaced. You know, it's not all the way out to the casemate. There's a bit of air between, which if you're lucky, can trap some shells in there. It's a French thing. So I don't think anyone is more surprised than I am of how excellent this ship is, because it is excellent. It's fantastic, really. And that comes from me, a cruiser player. And I, first of all, don't play a lot of battleships. And when I do, I only play the ones that I really like. And I can tell you immediately that this is my new favorite battleship. It's just so good. You have to get used to the gun layout, but it's actually really nice once you get the hang of it. And it takes a battle or two or something like that, because you cannot just sit bow on just like in Chambord and just, you know, shoot your way to the end of the battle. In République, you need to angle a little bit so you can get, you know, both guns on target. And I tell you what, this ship is tough as nails. It's really hard to make a dent in this thing here. And again, it also hits extremely hard. It's 431mm guns. I believe that's 17-inch guns. It must be more than 16-inch. Anyway, it's big. It's not as big as Yamato, but it's big, and it hurts very much. I've taken out full health Richelieus with a salvo like this in some of the other games, and wow, it's also extremely precise. If you know, you take a shot at a DD 12 kilometers away, you're going to hit it. And with Azure Lane Dunkirk here, you can instantly switch from AP to HE when you need it, which I use a lot in this battle here, and I've used it in pretty much all my battles. It's just such a powerful commander on such a powerful ship. So yeah, I cannot recommend this campaign ship enough, really. Now, obviously, I've chosen one of my best battles to show here, but I promise you, every battle I've played in this ship has been good. I've had 2 or 3 where it's been, you know, an average affair, and the rest have just been amazing battles. Like, so much fun, and like a lot of damage, lots of kills, and just, well, it's just a very entertaining ship. And I am so surprised, because this ship here reminds me of Champagne, and I absolutely hate that ship. I think it's the worst battleship in the game. And I also really dislike Flandre. I like Chambord, obviously. But this thing here, like, to me, it just looked like a tier 8 Champagne. So that's why I took it out for the first time today, and I had one battle, and I was like, oh, this is actually really good. This ship is performing really well, and I was like, oh, it must be a fluke. So I took it out again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and I pretty much played it all day. And it's just very, very solid. Like, you will do well in this ship, and it's also a lot of fun to play, because it's not the usual battleship affair here where you sit bow in and you shoot your guns and that's it. Because like I said, you need to think a little bit different with the gun setup here, because you only have 2 turrets. They have 4 guns each, but you only have like a total of 8 barrels. Pretty fast reload though, less than 20 seconds. So like this thing can really pump out the damage, and the penetration is very, very good. Like extremely good. And you saw me there just switching from AP to HE instantly, less than a second, because of the commander. And if you don't have a Sure Lane Dunkirk upgraded, I strongly suggest that you do, because she just makes the French battleships so much better. Because you can have like the ammunition you need at any point in time, like considering like you have to be loaded, of course, but other than that, you can just switch back and forth as many times as you like. You know, it's so handy. I had a few games before this, where I was lining up an AP salvo on a Wichita, and then a Yugumu just jumps out in front of me, like trying to torp me. And I just switched just like I did there, and just railed that destroyer. I mean, it is, yeah, that commander and this ship together, it's almost cheating, just like on Jean-Bart, but this is even better. Yeah, I don't know what to say. This is the most surprising ship I have probably ever encountered in the game, to be honest. Because I had 0 expectations about this. I thought it would be, oh, it's gonna be another flounder, and I'll play like 3 or 4 battles and say like, oh, this is meh, and then move on. Instead, it has been given the ultimate honor of the CC camo, which I at least only used to put on ships that I really, really like. But in this case, yes, I really, really like this ship here. And it reminds me, well, it doesn't remind me of Yamato, but, you know, firing the guns reminds me of Yamato, because they just hit like a truck. And they are so accurate. And then you don't have Yamato's, you know, vulnerable cheek there. So, like, sinking this ship here is extremely hard, especially when you have 5 heals like I do. And I don't have to be very mobile. Like, pretty much every game, I just sit in, like, I find a good spot, like here, and then I just sit and I go back and forth with the, you know, the module for acceleration, and that's about it. And if I have to go a little bit faster, I pop on the speed boost to, you know, like, move ahead a little bit faster, and it works really well. And I didn't have that impression, double strike there. I didn't have that impression when I played Champagne. Like, I absolutely hated that ship, and I still do. I think I even sold it. I don't even think I have it anymore, because I thought I'll never play that ship. And that's the fate I had in store for République, if I have to be honest. I thought, okay, I'll give it like half a dozen battles, and if it reminds me too much of all the other French battleships except for Jean-Bart, well, then it'll go on eBay then. But it's not. This thing is its own, well, thing. And like, it's just, it's a very, very pleasant surprise. So to get this ship, you have to finish this month's campaign, and I highly suggest you do. It's pretty rare that I am totally, you know, thrown on the floor by a ship, but this is something out of the ordinary. You should not miss out on this ship. This is just as important to have like Wichita was back in the day, Jean-Bart was back in the day, and Atago, and Tirpitz as well. Like, this is a milestone in the game. It's also the first tier 8 campaign ship, by the way. So for, you know, nostalgic reasons, you should get it. But other than that, this is an absolute must if you are a like semi-serious player or whatever, and just play this campaign or buy it outright. Whatever you want to do, just make sure you don't miss out on this ship, because I absolutely love it, and I cannot praise it enough, really. I will admit that the other tier 8s are kind of meh in my opinion. Like, I've played most of them now, and I mean, Donskoy is kind of fun, but also not fun. And Rune, I am severely disappointed in that ship. I'll put up a video probably tomorrow. But that ship, I don't get the point of that ship, really. But that's something for a different video. The Russian destroyer, it's okay, but in the end, it's just the worst Tashkent. You know, so yeah, I don't really get the point of that one either. And what else is the Buffalo? I haven't played yet because I'm pretty sure I won't like it. Because what's the point? It's got like double the reload of Des Moines, so why wouldn't I just play Des Moines instead? Which I'm sure everybody else will be. So you're just gonna handicap yourself playing Buffalo. Ibuki is also a disappointment. It's a Mogami, except it costs more silver, and that's it. I don't understand that ship. But anyway, I mean, that's... Well, I get tier 8 is just a step up from tier 7, but some of these ships are... Well, especially Rune, I think, is inferior to Hipper, or Siegfried, or pretty much any other German cruiser at tier 7. I don't get that ship. It's a mystery to me, and I've tried every build on it, and sure, sometimes I do well, but it's not the ship's fault I do well. It's just, you know, happenstance on the map or something like that, or someone misses a salvo and Rune goes, "Hey, I'm actually able to do something now." It's not a ship that I like. Anyway, that Yami got absolutely railed there, so that was good. Anyway, back to the battle here. We're up to 4 kills now and 137 damage, and I haven't really broken a sweat yet. I still have like, what's that, a third of my health left, more than a third of my health left, and there's only 2 cruisers left, and I have done pretty well. And it's the same in every battle with this ship here. You just find a good spot where, you know, you can angle towards all the enemies. And actually another cool thing with this ship here is that if you time your navigation correct, you can have one turret pointing one way and the other turret pointing the other way, meaning they can shoot at different targets. I mean, yeah, it takes a little bit of planning ahead, but you can do it, and it works really well. So just flip your camera around a few times and try to keep one turret pointing one way, the other turret pointing the other way. In like the case that you know that someone is going to come around a corner while you are doing something else. And each turret hits like a truck anyway, so you don't have to worry about having both turrets on target. It doesn't really matter. So it's a ship that's full of finesse, actually. It's not as simple to play as Chambard, not even close to it. It's actually, I'm not going to say it's difficult, but it requires, a different thinking. Let's put it like that. It's not a Chambard and it's not a Richelieu. So if you like those ships, probably play Champagne if you have it before you think about this ship. But then on the other hand, Champagne is very, very, very bad compared to this ship, so I wouldn't even compare those two. But the gun placement is the same. That's it. So there's only a few premium ships that I wholeheartedly recommend in this game, and Exeter being one of them. And now we have a new entry on that list, and it is this ship here, the République, because wow, it is fantastic. It's really good. And this is only the tier 8. I can't imagine what the legendary French battleship is going to be like. I'm dumbfounded. It must, I don't know how they're going to not make it overpowered, because I'm kind of thinking that this ship here could be a little bit too powerful, in my opinion. But I don't know. I've played probably 20 battles in it today. No, not that much. Probably a dozen battles I think I've played, and I've had a great time. And it's just it's worth every doubloon. I can guarantee you that, if you have a good commander. I haven't tried the ship with a low-level commander, because I don't think I actually have any low-level battleship commanders left. But I could imagine that maybe your experience will be less enthusiasting or interesting than. I don't know, but anyway, if you don't already have a French battleship commander all the way up, perhaps now is the time to do it. And this Cleveland doesn't want to give up the Kraken. Like, I almost had him before with an AP salvo. I hit him, but of course it's a Cleveland, so it has magical armor. And I try with my secondaries, and I'm still not getting him. I have to wait a reload cycle, and that's the Kraken there. And wow, what a ship! I love it. République, my new favorite battleship. It has dethroned Yamato. I think it's amazing, really, and you must get this ship. Okay, I think I've said it enough now. So hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll see you out there.